Welcome back, Keepers of the Flame. Okay, so we are doing esoteric astrology readings. I'm doing like all this random. I guess it's cool because they're going to be timeless. There's no like time restrictions on this, wherever you find it, whenever you find it. But this I'm going to highly recommend, which normally I don't state anything at the beginning of the videos because I just want to cram it all in without... So this one I am going to kind of give you a little buffer on. This is from the Theosophical Society channel. And the host was William Meter talking about esoteric astrology. And I will link the entire video either in the description box or the comment section, depending on how everything works out. So, the esoteric astrology is the purpose of the soul transformation versus personal astrology, which is the transformation of the personality. Okay? And yes, the two are intertwined, but it happens probably a little bit in different ways, and then it has a different outside and a different inside feel to it. So this one I am going to recommend you do for sure. You're not just your sun, but your rising and your moon and even your Venus, because your Venus is your relationships. Not just with other people, but with yourself. We often forget that we have a deep, intimate relationship with ourselves, whether we like it or not. So, the rising sign holds the clue to the soul's journey or the intention, right? And the personal astrology is the rising, revealing the nature of the persona and its expression. There is a specific esoteric ruler for every sign too. There's actually two. He only gave us one. I think you have to get into the esoteric levels to probably have to take a class or something so you know what the third sign is. But the moon is to be the major liability of a person's chart, particularly after the age of 35. And the moon, in personal astrology, is a symbol of the internal emotional tendencies and the instinctual patterns. So this is why oftentimes when you are watching whatever videos of tarot or astrology, sometimes you're gonna have those planetary placements going through something particularly how do you put this? When you're, transitioning through all these changes, different aspects of your transitioning are going to be brought to the front burner, right? And all the other stuff is going to fade away. So sometimes you're going to be feeling more like, I'm resonating with my moon. And sometimes you're thinking about the place that maybe your Mercury resonates with. If you're going through something in your sun sign, that's going to be something you resonate with more. So this like squishing into like you have to fit into these things. No, sometimes when you're not resonating with the reading, it's because there's something happening with another sign or planetary placement that is drawing your attention to it, and you're not looking at anything else right now. You got to focus on that one thing. So because we don't have a tap in on your whatever it is, you're going to be drawn to a particular sign that is on your particular chart, driving you in a particular direction, calling your attention to it because it's what's coming up for you. Okay, so if it's not resonating, it might be because there's a different placement calling your attention. Okay, so understanding, especially because this is esoteric, what's happening to you internally right now is going to be way different. What's happening internally like 10 days from now or 10 minutes from now, whatever it is. Okay. So knowing that, go forward and explore yourself, your chart, your placements and whatever else in a little bit different light after this. Okay. Or even starting right now, not after this, right now. So for those of you who don't understand also, the sign that's rising in the east, like right on the horizon when you're born, that's your ascendant, in case you're confused about what the heck that meant. Okay, ready? Libra. So your personal ruler is Venus, but your esoteric ruler is Uranus. Okay, so your little overview is the harmonization of duality through the establishment of right relationship. And so your focus, you know, is going to be more on the principles of relationship and how you interact with all those different modalities of life. Not just, you know, with other people, but with yourself. Because this is esoteric, so this is your relationship with yourself, okay? And what is the right relationship I should have with everything I interface with? That should be the question you're asking yourself. What is the right relationship I should have with everything I interface with? Now, my humble opinion, everybody should have this. But there's, you know, everybody's got a Libra placement. Even if you don't have anything in your house or your Libra, which you're not going to be you because, but your house is still going to rule over Libra. Do you feel me? So everybody has to face this on some level. And the mantra for you is, I choose the way that leads between that little symbol, you know, the line, arc, line, and then the flat line, between the two great lines of force. Judgment, balance. That's a lot of energy right there to have to, like, do you feel me? That line that goes in between. Ooh. I choose the way that leads between the two great lines of force. That's pretty powerful, though. All right, let's get into it. Let's see. Yep, I'm right. Bite me. Oop. That one was at the bottom. Do we need that for the roots? Okay. Roots of the reed. 9 of Cups in reverse. Dang. That's okay. Really lots of 9s today. Lots of 9s. Okay, you can do this. Alright. I already shuffled with your intention, but it's calling me to do it again. So here we are. Rolling with it. Alright, leave it. Ooh. Ooh, there it is. Okay. 4 of Wands in reverse. Page of Pentacles in reverse. Ace of Wands in reverse. Justice in reverse. Empress coming out on top. So 9 of Cups in reverse. 8 of Swords in the upright. Judgment in reverse. Boy, if I get more Justice and Judgment in reverse, I'm not like, what's going on, kids? I suppose it's a good thing that you're not internally judging yourself. Try to be more discerning. But you don't feel emotionally sovereign right now. Even though you're in your Empress. Enjoying it. I'm reading it. You're supposed to read it once and then forget it, but we're going by the book. Just for the 9. 9 of Cups. Cups, 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 cups. Up, 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 up. T, 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 T. Okay. So this is reverse. I'll give it to you in the upright. So maybe it'll do something. Right? Right. So happy to be partially submerged in slow-moving water. Water clubs exist away from dangers facing most other fungi. Adaptation has rewarded them with transitional protection, but not total immunity. It's reminiscent of the 9 of Cups, a card of happiness and success. So reverse means indulgence, inner happiness, something's missing. Celebrate fulfilling moments, but do so looking inward. Take a moment. So this is a great example as to the 9 of Cups in reverse being good. Do so looking inward. Take a moment to congratulate yourself for being a warrior-like emotional fortitude you've developed. Be mindful of any important achievements, large or small, in need of similar appreciation. Love you. Okay. So. This feels like this is the pathway going into yourself. See how that stairway is leading down and there's somebody rejoicing right here? You're rejoicing going into your appreciation inward. You're going inward, which is why I'm like, this facing outward thing is not really necessarily a bad thing. I feel like this needs to be your little sprout, little spriggy sprout. And this is your heart center and this is your child. Let's do that. Let's do the crystal fluid thing that I just did for Virgo. Okay, so this is your mental Empress, rocking it. This is your heart space, looking inward. Bringing justice, desire, new opportunities, and celebration into an appreciation to all you've achieved here, but also protecting yourself with the Eight of Swords here. This feels like protection. This feels like you're, okay, so this kind of reminds me of those little muscle things that come down with the angel wings when I did the angel video. And I cannot remember, it starts with an S. I can't remember exactly what they're called. But you have what looks like angel wings coming around your rib cage. That's what kind of this reminds me of, like your angel form. And then the judgment and justice in reverse are telling me that you are using discernment, but you're not being overly critical about your desires and opportunities. This feels like you're really proud of yourself with the Empress on the outside. Okay. 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 Switching it up. Okay. Can I get the Four of Wands in reverse for Libra in the heart space, esoteric? Ooh. Oh my goodness. Okay. I think your heart space just exploded, so we're just going to go with it. Okay, so there's your Nine of Cups in reverse again. There's your Son of Cups. That's your Knight. And maybe you're trying to find your Ten of Cups here. So you might be sending signals all over. Where do I find my 10? Where's my 10? Star, healing. Ace of Swords, mental clarity, the Emperor in reverse. A little bit of volatility, maybe from the eclipse that we just had. Two of Wands, got the world in your hands, looking where you want to go. The Four of Wands in the reverse, but this might be, again, speaking to your celebration here. And there's your protection again. Eight of Swords with your Four of Wands. Protection, portal. There's your Ten of Cups. Okay, so you are keeping it protected here. And maybe your Emperor is the one... So the Empress is right above your Emperor. Maybe you're pairing with yourself on the inside here, and you're starting to reflect that back to yourself. How you put yourself out there is how you're feeling on the inside, but it's a divine counterpart kind of thing. The inward protector and the outward appearance, I guess, if you will, is starting to shine through. It's starting to perk out. Wow, Libra. Okay, get the Nine of Cups for Libra. Okay, thanks. So there's your Eight of Swords again. Protection, strength in reverse, and the Eight of Cups. So you might feel a little depleted on the inside space from having to protect this. Yeah, because the Empress, that's a lot of responsibility. She's not a queen. She's all the queens. She's in charge of all the queens who are in charge of all the people. So the buck stops with you, so to speak. There's no, oh, so-and-so did this, and nope. If anybody did anything wrong, it's on you. And that's a bee of a thing to... So you might be needing to protect yourself, regain your strength, and walk away from emotional volatility here. And that's how you're going to achieve your 10 of Cups here. Is like not staying where you're not staying in that landscape, if you will. So High Priestess in reverse. Yeah, keeping secret. And that's fine. You're using your intuitive powers. And again, this is inward, so Christ, novels. I love you, Libra, but dang. Okay. No more petty arguments. No more in and out with opportunities. No more receiving anybody else's emotional cup of BS. Death. There's your stairway to the inside again. You're coming down the stairway to meet your subconscious here. You're not going to entertain anything that you're not desiring in your subconscious any longer. There's your 9 of Pentacles in the upright. Maybe that's what you're trying to find. Your independent, sovereign, physical self. How you bring that physical attribute to the forefront of your inner world. So you don't have a choice. You're going to have to go find it inside. And that's going to come through enlightenment. Ooh. Ciao. Okay. So you're searching here. You're going through you're very well protected. You've got protection on your side. And you are searching your subconscious for those beautiful, wonderful gifts that are going to help you step into your independence here. Complete and total independence, emotionally and materially. And you really don't have a choice but to do it. So, and it's going to complete, either you've already completed it through the enlightenment, or it's completing right now, or you're about to complete it. Right. Libra. Highest good of all for Libra, please. What does Libra need to hear? Ooh. There it is. Ginseng. You did get it in reverse, but I'll read the whole thing. Uranus in Jupiter. There it is. Your soul is expanding. Because that's your esoteric ruler is Uranus. The cards never lie, darling. Okay. 40 is the number. Maca. Don't you dare. That's for the kitchen. I put their little treats in their little tree beds, and he's found a way to get up there. Okay, Magician. Panics Ginseng. In the upright, it is Master Manifester, boundless energy, potential resources, expansion. In the reverse, it's untapped talent, lack of action, opportunities missed, disbelief of innate powers. Astrological rulers are Uranus and Jupiter. That's what I feel like you're doing here. Like, and there's the wheel. You're destined to do this, and you know you have no choice but to go really deep to find this. Okay. Ginseng provides longevity and creative energy within each person. The shape of the root resembles a human figure, symbolic of its deeply restorative effect on the body-mind. Ginseng is likely the most studied herb in modern-day research, but long before North America was colonized, Native American peoples used ginseng in medicine. Midwin, oh God, sorry for butchering this. Midwin, a group of Ojibwe spiritual leaders skilled in medicine used the root for pain relief and digestive troubles, to calm the spirit, and as a poultice to stanch bleeding. The Mesawaki people of the Great Lakes region have used ginseng as an aphrodisiac and a panacea. In China, the hotter and more stimulating variety, Panax ginseng, has long been one of the most important herbs in traditional medicine. It is considered a life-prolonging cure-all. Like Uranus, ginseng's medicinal abilities are like a lightning bolt of pure life energy to the nervous system, relieving our innermost recesses. Now, I'm going to note here, because we have time, that lightning releases nitrogen into the air, and then the rain brings it down to earth. And that's your esoteric powerhouse, Libra. Love you. All right, as a primary aptogen, it has strong regulatory effects on our hormonal and endocrine systems, being a tonic herb that greatly calms and harmonizes the spirit, and another trait that ginseng gets from Jupiter. Ginseng, like the magician in the tarot, embodies the wizardry and brilliance. You are a master manifester, and now is the time to sow the seeds of your dreams to bring about your intentions to fruition. The tools, skills, and wisdom you've gathered have led you to this moment. Ginseng's unique signature trait reminds you to keep a clear vision constantly, unmotivated by ego, status, money, and vanity, to manifest a deeply powerful and creative light in alignment to your higher self. Reverse ginseng reminds you not to fall into the trap of empty intentions just because of the obsessive focus on the end result. Deeply listen and realize to the wizard within, and act solely with intention and for the greater good. All right, darling. Mandrake, sensuality. Ooh, child. If I have time, I'm going to read that one too. 45. Because there's your strength. Your line in the upright. Brew. Okay, but this one is Mandrake, 45, sensuality. Sensuality, discovering new forms of intimacy, finding the inner beloved, expression of healthy sexuality, abundance. Neptune and Venus rule this one. Known as Satan's apple, devil's apple, and man's root, mandrake is one of the most famous mystical aphrodisiac plants. In ancient times, the dried root was soaked in wine and enjoyed as a love potion, and was believed to be a cure for infertility in women. Native to the Mediterranean, the roots of this unusual plant look identical to a little human. Also called love apples in the Old Testament of the Bible, the golden yellow fruit of the mandrake can cause intoxicating sexual desire. According to the Kabbalah, mandrake was a symbol for becoming one, and the text alludes to it being used in secret mystical rites in ancient Israel. In ancient Egypt, mandrake fruit and wine were used as love offerings during courtship and consumed as aphrodisiacs. Mandrake is the embodiment of Hathor, the Egyptian goddess of love and fertility. Mandrake was also used in ancient Greece as a love potion and for ceremonial love rituals. Like in ancient Egypt, the aphrodisiac root was assimilated with the goddess of love, Aphrodite. Medicinally, it was used as a narcotic to relieve anxiety, depression, insomnia, pain, colic, stomach ulcers, and constipation. Although mandrake has a strong masculine signature, its nature is much like those of Venus and Neptune. Mandrake powerfully shifts the body into a higher state of love, bliss, under the influence of Neptune, as well as Venus's lusty and sensual energy. Mandrake is here to ask you how to find new forms of intimacy. Ask yourself, what inspires bliss, joy, and passion in my life? Notice how you relax into the flow and more easily extract what you need and desire when you focus on energy givers such as joy. Mandrake is here to assist you in liberating unchanneled creativity and sensuality, releasing energy from the sacral center and activating your pleasure centers to experience a higher form of love. Don't allow unworthiness, fear of rejection, and inhibition of pleasure to stop you from experiencing higher love. Focus on giving your gifts to the world within overwhelming passion and opening up to receive fully and fearlessly. Okay, for Rue, because we got time. Here's how you get your lion in the upper right. Protection. Boom. Shakalaka. Psychic shield, auric protection, angelic wisdom. Oh, child. Banister of darkness, restoration of vitality. Rue is known as the herb of grace, or the blessed herb. In Spanish, it is known as ruda, and in Greek as runo. Rio. Oh, Christ. This is all Greek to me. Okay, sorry. Which means to set free. Rue is considered a powerful and protective plant with a long and detailed historical use in both medicine and ceremonial rituals. Early physicians considered Rue a vitality remedy against plagues, pestilence, and poison. During the Middle Ages, Rue was hung in the doorways and windows to ward off the evil eye, hexes, and malevolent spirits. Some of this primary usage in ancient Greek and Roman medicine was to stimulate menstrual flow, improve eyesight, alleviate nerves, and relieve rheumatism. Priests were said to dip Rue in holy water to bless people and their homes. Many would wear bunches around their necks to ward off evil spirits and curses. Leonardo da Vinci and Michelangelo were said to consume the fresh tops to improve eyesight and increase creativity when immersed in their art. Although Rue is considered to be native to Mediterranean, it has been found in historical accounts among the Maya, Aztec, and indigenous peoples of North America, who also practiced the tradition of planting Rue by the doorways to bring blessings and protect against the evil eye. Guidance. Rue is said to be the herb of angels, granting us the ability to channel the angelic realms. It emanates golden energy like a lion, powerfully protecting and pouring in light into any space that it inhabits. Resilient like the wide array of solar herbs, it grows generously and abundantly, thriving in all kinds of terrain, demonstrating its strong life force and vitality. Rue has landed in your cards today to remind you to protect your aura from lurking and possessive spirits that might be consuming your energy. Don't allow parasitic negativity to darken your field, which can create perpetual states of self-criticism, self-doubt, or self-hatred. Call upon Rue's power to shield your body with angelical forces and restore radiance, vitality, and love in your atmosphere. Dun 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 dun. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep reading. Love you, Libra. Three from the bottom, one from the top, right? Right. Okay. Harmony. Equilibrium. Balance. Discernment. Nourished psychic field. Divinatory empathy. Sensitivity. Ooh. Venus. The Latin name for Yarrow comes from the hero of Greek myth Achilles, which was said to give Yarrow his soldiers to heal wounds and stanch bleeding during the Trojan War. Embraced back thousands of years in healing practices, including Ayurveda, traditional Chinese medicine, and Native American practices. In Spain, a 15,000-year-old Neanderthal skull was found with traces of yarrow in their teeth. Yarrow's historical use as a divinatory flower is extensive. In China, yarrow stalks are gathered and the straightest ones are collected for scattering to read the divinatory I Ching. Called devil's nettle or devil's plaything in European traditions, it was one of the herbs dedicated to the evil one and used for divination and spells. Ruled by Venus, yarrow is said to provide relief from the patterns of disharmony and help cleanse one of unhealthy sorrow or trickling depression. Yarrow embodies harmony, a key concept of Venusian symbology. The balancing force represented by Libra, one of Venus's rulers, is an appropriate metaphor for how harmonizing yarrow is as a medicine. Venus is the archetypal manifestation of beauty and aesthetics, also represents self-love, unity, and empathy. Guidance. If you're feeling emotionally drained or too sensitive for today's world, It is time to set solid boundaries to regain balance. Use your empathetic abilities as grounding cords to your psychic powers and divinatory skills. Allow your sensitivity to be a filter for what is allowed within your psychic field and what isn't. Like the magic of the white heron, move slowly with precision as you navigate emotional waters. Heron teaches us the power of self-reflection as a way to transcend judgmental projections and low self-worth. Draw clear boundaries and examine yourself from a detached perspective. Don't blame situations or others as a reason to remain stuck. Yarrow's white light teaches us the power of shielding while remaining gentle in the process of self-discovery. I love you. Keep your flame.